Hi, I'm Don Bodan from SampleLibraryReview.com. Today we're taking a quick look of Prism Taped by AVA Music Group. AVA Music Group has a new one here in their drum series. They've got organic drums meets modern punchy processing. Kontakt player libraries built to find your sounds fast and simple and get studio quality drum tracks right away. Prism Taped Indie Pop Drums contains 10 curated drum kits. It's a Kontakt player instrument, meaning it's NKS compatible, runs in the free Kontakt player, recorded and processed at 48K 24-bit. It's got a groove browser with 50 unique customizable patterns, an effects section, compressor, stereo widener, exciter, transient. There's a master effects for a drum compressor on the bus. It normally sells for $74. Now, I thought the best way to just jump right in is let's listen to the 10 different drum kits as they load up with 10 different patterns I pulled up. I changed some tempos. It's just so we get a feel for what it's all about right out of the box. Fairly straightforward interface. It's in a big boy interface, which I kind of don't know if I necessarily feel like I need, because there's only like 3 things that happen. It's cute. It looks like a cassette tape. I've got the Radiance kit loaded up here. You can see you can change kits easily by just moving this around. The triangle depicts which kit, snare, and slaps are selected. If you go right into your effects, you'll see you've got your sample set across the board here. So we've got our kick, we got snares, we can select different and basically mix around everything here. There's a compression for each of these signals, as well as an exciter, transparency, there's pitch, stereo spread, delay, reverb, low and high pass filter, a parametric EQ, and then the next button here gets us over to the grooves. Now, one thing I do think is a critique to the library is, although you get all these MIDI patterns that they set you up with, you can't preview them. I can't double click, I can't just hit a button. I have to actually grab the MIDI here and drag it to my DAW and play it to hear what that MIDI is. So even though the MIDI is accessible through the browser, it doesn't really make it so I can preview them, which I really would have liked to. Master effects here. View effects across the entire signal, compression, a tape, a limiter, and the secret sauce. Now, one thing I do like is on the front, they've got your compressor control here, but you can also go scroll through the tape controls there, as well as the secret sauce and the limiter. So why don't we just loop one of these beats for a second, and we'll play a little bit with the effects so we can hear what they're doing. And you can hear you can crank these up, and you really get very present, overdriven sound out of that. And all of that changes as soon as you change the sound of your drums. Now, one thing I do like about this collection, you have the wave samples for all of this, as well as everything within Kontakt, and I do like how the MIDI is laid out, more like a general MIDI would be. So I've got kick, snare, my clap, toms, hi-hat, closed and open, and crash. Now, what I'm wondering is, why do I only have 2 toms, and why do I only have a closed hi-hat and partially open hi-hat? So those are the questions I immediately have when I'm playing with an instrument that's just drums. Why don't I have that middle and completely open hi-hat? The way to experiment with the library here, so I could get a better feel for it, is to go ahead and pull up one of the loops and the Cali drum kit. I've got the Cali drum kit in. I'm going to go ahead and head over to my effects so I can see the drums there, and we're going to go ahead and just play the loop. And just kind of from playing with that, mixing around some kicks and whatnot, I feel like I get enough controls that I really get a new kind of feel out of the kit. I think this is a really helpful tool for me for when I need to work quickly. I don't want to mess around and try to dial in the perfect drum sound. I want to pull up something that I can trust, and I trust the sound designers that work with AVA Music Group for these drum sounds. I was a big fan of their other instruments that they've released in the drum series. This one, I do, like I said, the critique is not being able to play back the MIDI right inside the browser. I know that can be done because I've got lots of other libraries that do it. Positives, you've heard me say throughout that I like the sounds. I think for taped drums, this is pretty in your face. This is a lot more polished and clean. I think you're going to be able to use it in pop tracks, trailer tracks even, and I don't know, just about any kind of dance stuff as well. Those are just some of my thoughts on this quick look, but I'd love to hear yours. Please comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Have you picked up any of the other AVA Music Group instruments, especially in the Prism series? Let me know what you think.